Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So, in the past few days, I have many discussions with a few Wing Chun friends. And the idea of Wing Chun is simple to study but difficult to master. It takes 10 years or more to be able to handle it, come up a few times. And that gave me the inspirations to make this video today. Okay, now the term simple to learn, difficult to master, for me has become an alibi to reason why we don't get it. And Wing Chun in that terms becomes something mysterious, something advanced, but nobody ever know what it is. It is just simply simple to study or learn and difficult to master and take 10 years or a lifetime, and so most of us doesn't have it. It's legit, okay, because it is difficult to master, okay. So today I'd like to share with you my view. I really don't buy those kinds of saying, okay? Because if you take a look at our education today, say somebody go study computer science, go to the college and study computer science. Within 4 years, they graduate. Okay, this might not be the top software engineers in the world, or just be a normal programmer, but the person who graduated know what exactly computer science is. Whether he is good at it, very good at it, or extremely good at it, or expert or genius, that's a different story. But he know what it is, or she know what it is exactly. Okay? Now, so if really he or she know what computer science is, or the basic practice it with the standard, then that is not the case of simple to learn, difficult to master. The issue with difficult to master come from the whole thing one study is ambiguous or fuzzy, and it is a guessing game or try and error where nobody knows what it is. Then it is tough. Okay? So a lot of time, often people just do simple stuff and expect to get something out from this simple stuff, which is even violating the law of physics. So how can one get there? Of course it's difficult to master because one starts with a misdirection already. Okay? So everything I share with you today, number one, okay, I need to do clarification number one here. This is not iYikKam Wing Chun. This is Wing Chun common denominator based on ancient scripture and the Grandmaster teaching from the Red Boat iYikKam era to today's Grandmaster Yip Man's teachings in writing, okay? And based on Chinese martial arts and internal art, which we can trace up to 1560 in General Qi Ji Guang of Ming Dynasty. Okay, so as why I often say, the iYikKam 613.3 is an educational platform. Okay, it is a common denominator. It is not mine or anybody's. Okay, it is a description of what it is. It's an education. Okay, so today I'd like to present you Wing Chun common denominator and the facts of what is Wing Chun in a descriptions way. Okay, In the Silicon Valley, when we design hardware, we have a language which is the hardware description language. So today I like to use the approach to describe what is Wing Chun. Okay, what is the common denominator, and of course people who understand or study the 613.3 or have got my book and study it know that there's a 3-system key. Okay, you have to obey the law of physics, biomechanics, and the yellow and blue classics, and then there is also the key of variety, because different people think might vary a little bit. Okay, now today what I'm going to share with you is the common denominator. Okay, so this is the core of what Wing Chun is, and of course again other people might vary here and there a little bit, but that is not the focus here. Today is we want to talk about what is Wing Chun based on evidence of the teaching and in writing and the practice. Okay, so let's start. First thing, we know by writing Wing Chun is a Southern China stick body short strike, 贴身短打. Okay, and in fact we can even see this term in Ip Man 2 movie. So I want to say here, got nothing to do with iYikKam lineage. It is everybody as soon as it's Wing Chun. Okay, stick body short strike. And we need to look at the definitions of what is stick body short strike in terms of the Chinese hundreds of years of descriptions and definitions. Okay, this is my opponent. This is a long fist where I stretch my arm all out, and the game is over here. This is a long fist type of martial arts. Okay, per 1560s general Qi of Ming Dynasty's definitions and descriptions. So this is a long fist. Okay, a short strike is playing the game here in this distance. Okay, and the close body short strike or the stick body short strike is sticking with the opponent in this distance. It is not this distance, it is this distance. Okay, so that is what the stick body short strike is about. It is a type of art different than the long fist. Okay, where you play in this distance, because Q Sao and so forth. And often this is people call it the Chong Q Fa, the long bridge. This is the short bridge, or short strike. Okay, got it clear. Okay, now Wing Chun then can be further defined as Loi Lao Hui Song Lat Sao Jik Chong, receive or accept what is coming, okay, and this disengage and thrust forward. Okay, that's why we know in Wing Chun Kuen or Wing Chun's saying on Wing Chun Kuen. Today I like to share with you in plain English what does Loi Lao Hui Song Lat Sao Jik Chong means. It simply means I let you have your way, but I have my way. I let you have your way, and I have my way. So what does that mean? Okay? That means this is what we need to know. The central axis, or in physics today, is called the vertical axis of center of gravity. We know this. And we know this is a line of fire. This is the line where the opponent can strike me. And the line I can strike him is a line of fire. As for this saying, I let you have your way and I have my way, means I let the opponent line of fire shot whatever he wants. Okay? I will not block it, I will not sustain it. I let him do whatever he wants. And what I want is my line of fire taking up his central axis. Okay? So, say his line of fire is here, my line of fire is here. If we fight here, will be a struggle and he can hit me and he can try to block it and so forth, and this get complicated. In the Wing Chun, let him have his way and I have mine, meaning that I move in out of his line of fire, and now my line of fire is in his center axis. And not only that, because I'm a stick body, now I'm jamming his mechanism using torque. Again, torque is a physics term, okay? It's defined clearly. So, 來流去送甩手直衝. The 甩手直衝, 來流去送, just meaning I let you have your way. I don't want to deal with it. I just let it go. Why do I have to deal with it? 甩手直衝 meaning I'm going to get my way. I want this vertical axis of center of gravity. That's what I care. So you have your own way coming at me, and I have my own way. Capturing or conquering or destroying or disrupting the center axis. That is what 來路去送甩手直衝 is about. Okay? That is the concept, that's the idea. Thus, it is not structuring and sustain or try to overpower or try to get him to be how do you say that? To stuck there, those kind of stuff. This is not, okay? So there's not such string or not building a roadblock so that the truck doesn't crush me or against him, those kind of stuff. Okay, it's not that. Okay, so it is also not running away. Running away. It is not. So 來流去送甩手直衝 meaning you want it, I want it. I inject it. I come in and I inject it because it's a short strike. And take it up. Okay? So that leads to momentum. The basic general momentum of Wing Chun, the stick body short strike, which is have a soul of I let you have your way, I have my way. Okay? So the momentum has the following momentum type, very simple. Okay? And the footwork is actually supporting this kind of momentum. Okay? We need to deal with the momentum and dynamics. So the first thing is, this is a long range, this is a line of fire, is get in from the outside door. Okay, this is the middle door, this is the outside door, middle door meaning that between my two hands, my two arms, outside door is outside my two arms. Okay, say for the outside door, when the strike comes, I let him have his own way. I step into his outside door and close now. I inject him. And then I further stick now to take him out completely. Stick body, short strike. Okay? So no, it's not han da this way. Not structural, try to bulldoze this, but let him have his way. Inject him from here. I can take him down in a stick body, or I can use elbow, whatever. In this stick body distance, there is Wing Chun play. Okay? So that is from the outside door. For the inside door, this is a line of fire. This is a line of fire. Okay? Slips in right away. Close body. And this is elbow range already. And then further in the stick body range. Play. Okay? So you have the outside door. You have the inside door. All this end up in this range. Okay, all is you let him have his way he want. Even for this same thing with this indoor, this line of fire, let him want. Let it quit. Okay. So that is the basic. And of course, the stick body at this range, this is where the torque. Again, I define this the torque as in the physics. Okay, anybody take physics class know that the torque and the force flow play is here. It's action reaction force handling here with this torque handling. Okay, so that is how the momentum of general basic Wing Chun is. So again, stick body short strike. We know the concept of I let you have your line of fire, I have mine. Okay? And because it is a short strike, always move in. Not stay here, not go walk around. Move in. That's short strike. Okay? And then the momentum is the outside door momentum and the inside door momentum. Okay? So that is what Wing Chun generally is. Okay? The Wing Chun characteristics and force flow play is needed because it's so close to the body. You need to play with action reaction force. That's why in Wing Chun we have Chi Sao and all those sort of stuff because it's preparing for this. At this long range, you don't need to touch. You just need to play with a line of fire. Okay? It's not a bridge type of art, Wing Chun. Wing Chun is slipping in, there's slips in, like a snake slide in or shoot in. And this slips in and get in, that is called enter the body. Yap san or my son. There is a technique to do that. There is a technology needed to do that, to train to do that. Otherwise, if one keeping doing this kind of stuff, which is a long range, will never get into the short strike because it is a different art. There's nothing right or wrong. It's just a different art. Okay? Now, so the force flow is supporting this stick body short strike at this range. Okay? Now, all of this require a engine, an engine for Wing Chun. So if we quote Grandmaster Yip Man's term in his article of interview, In black and white, it's called the rattan body. Okay, rattan body. Or I call it snake engine or the dynamic handling of 7 volts. It's not a structure, it is a dynamic like a rattan. And the body is stand erect. It's a rattan body. Okay? So that is what the engines to support this thing. Okay? Support this art. And how to get this rattan body and this entering of the body, all this sort of stuff? Well, it's in our sets. Be the 小亂頭尋橋標誌 or the iYikKam one long set. It is all there. Okay? It is all there. So you can see that from the type of the art is clearly defined, described, the concept of the momentum of how this entering, and then the rattan body and the process of training which is within the sets of the Wing Chun Kuen. So don't tell me anybody's Wing Chun Kuen is more authentic. It is there. The issue is this guy who trained, the guy who trained know what it is. If I keep in thinking, okay, push forward instead of entering the body, no matter how I train the 小練頭尋橋標誌, I'm going to do the same thing because I was thinking that in my mindset is this long range pushing away type of forward pressure type of mentality. Instead of I let him have his line of fire. I love him. I love him. Get cozy. I'm not pushing him away. I want him. Okay? It's different kind of mentality. Okay? Now, the reason why I compose and I create this 613.3 is because we are 160 years away from Red Bull. Culture-wise, language-wise, idea-wise, is totally different world. Like for example, can you imagine the time when we don't have cell phone, we have to use the phone which is in the phone booth? Can you imagine that? So we need the 613.3 to decode the Wing Chun sets and the teaching. Again, that is nothing new. That is just systematically, comprehensively using today's language, using physics and using Chinese medicines to tell the story, or actually it's not tell the story, to describe what it is. Okay? I don't like the term tell the story because a story is somebody's story, but this is describe what exactly it is. Okay? Now, that is the 613.3 is about. So, from starting of this video until here, all this content, if we study it, we know this, we probably can learn all this within, seriously, 3 months. And then you train, so within 1 year you can get really good at it. Okay, if somebody who's talent probably is become really good, but at least like the computer science or electrical engineering, you study for 4 years. Here you study this Wing Chun common denominator for 1 year. You know what it is. So this is not something what we call simple to learn, difficult to master. One need to know this first. Otherwise, it's just guess, and there's no end to it. Try and error, there's no end to it. We can keep trying error in this range. You will never get to, oh, it is this. Never get there. Okay? So, a year, you give it a year with a good education. One has to know Wing Chun. It's just like all the 4 years engineering graduate. If they are mechanical engineering, if they don't know, they better fail. Okay? But whoever graduate from the GPA of 2 to 4.0 or 5 they know what is it clearly. Okay? The reason why we get into so confused situations today is because in the past 100 years, since the end of 1980s, especially this past 55 years, we do not look at this whatever from the type of the art, the concept, the momentum, the engine, the force flow type, and where to get it from the sets. We don't look at that. We just call our own Wing Chun. Oh, this is Hendrik Wing Chun. And today, if I think, you know what, I want to get the southern praying mantis Qigong, Hat Qigong, that is the true Xulin Taoist form. Then I import that and I call it Wing Chun, Hendrik's Wing Chun. And if other people talk, are you serious? He said, well, this is my Wing Chun, we do it this way. Okay? Then somebody said, you know what? This Xulin Tao is something deep and internal, but I don't know what it is, so it must be like Tai Chi. Okay? Has to be soft and soft, and then I'm using mind power. Okay? Then they bring it in. They say, okay, this is the secret teaching. This is the authentic Wing Chun, internal Wing Chun. In fact, they're doing all Tai Chi. And so, how is Tai Chi going to go this close? I don't know. Okay? But people are doing this way. And then they say Fa Jing. I want to do Fa Jing. Well, in fact, that the Wing Chun insert and the Jing over here on the force flow is not the same with Tai Chi because the art is different. Again, when I refer to Southern Praying Mantis or Tai Chi, I don't mean anything bad about them because I think I know all of them are good. The only thing is that they are not Wing Chun. They are not designed for Wing Chun type of philosophy, of implementations. Okay? So, for this past 65 years, something like that, even if you look at Grandmaster Yip Man's interview in Hong Kong New Master magazine, New Master Hero magazine, he said, please tell other people that Wing Chun is not the Hong Kong Wing Chun. But still today you can see in YouTube, oh yeah, Wing Chun is Wang Chun, the Hong Kong Wang Chun, Shaolin Wang Chun. Well, the question is, do we ask, is Shaolin Wing Chun is a close body short strike and develop the body that way? Okay? It is not. Look at it. Look at the past 60 years or whatever YouTube or picture and so forth and see whether it is the same thing. So again, I'm not saying that the Hong Kong Shaolin Wing Chun is no good. I'm saying that it's a different type of art. And then in South Asia, people told me, oh, now a lot of so-called Ngojo guy is saying that they are Wing Chun too. They are soft and they are Wing Chun. Again, the question is that, what is soft? We are talking about let him has his way and I have my way. Stick body, short strike. Got nothing to do with soft. Okay? So for me, is that all these things is like in the chip designs or system designs using this FPGA or for the design today in Silicon Valley. We need to have this HDL, hard description language. We're describing clearly what it is. Okay? And again, it's not the fault of the Shaolin Wing Chun of Hong Kong. It's not the fault of the Southern Praying Mantis. It's not the fault of the Tai Chi. The issue is the Wing Chuner, if they don't have the educations, which is knowing clearly what is going on, will not be able to clearly get the basic of Wing Chun. And then you can see that there's a story about Wing Chun is actually from the sailor, and it's actually based on Western boxing. Well, is that true? Well, today we already know. Close body, short strike. Twelve. Okay? So, this past 100 years is pretty chaotic. Of course, it's due to the Chinese inner war, whole bunch of stuff. And then this past 40, 50 years, even Grandmaster Yip Man wrote clearly, okay, about in his magazine interview, which is there, Ratan body, not structure. He didn't talk about structure. This is an injection. Sun punch. It's not a power punch. It's not a power punch. But we all still do it. A power punch. Sun punch is a power punch. Okay? Or the body has to be like Tai Chi. Or like has to be Sanjin. Or has to be shaking. Or has to be disconnect. Well, do we follow what it is, or we want to create our own stuff? If we keep creating this way, for sure, it's very, very difficult to master. Why? Because it's never happened anyway. It's not Wing Chun. How can you master Wing Chun, which is not there to start with? Okay. However, is Wing Chun that difficult to handle, to master? No. If we go according to the iYikKam writing, the Grandmaster Yip Man's interview, and all this practice and the set, we do it properly, it is in front of everybody's face. So it got nothing to do with Hendrik Sandel lineage or my Wing Chun or the iYikKam Wing Chun. It got nothing to do with that. Wing Chun all has a core which is the same. Speaking of you, your lineage, and me, my lineage, have no different. This is the hardware description language which I am sharing with you today. Okay? So this is for you today, and I hope that this contribute to help Wing Chuners who really love the art to master the art in a reasonable period of time, and take this and further proceed, because it's a technology. Somebody might find a different way to enter. Somebody might even incorporate with the fast throw or BJJ or anything. Sky's the limit. But first we need to start with what is Wing Chun. So this is for you today.